Hello, universe. It is I, Mr. Tags, again. And I'm sorry, this video is so long. I only reviewed 2 games. I spent 7 minutes on the first one, 20 minutes on the other. I'm showing it on screen which games I review here. That way you don't feel misled. So yeah, I'm sorry if your game isn't here. I'm currently working on it, but for now I want you to really watch this video. If not for the first one, then for the second one, please. It's really good and it's going to be worth your time. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. If I've made an intro at this point. Okay, our first game is Berts Escape by Rockbert. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I aced that name pronunciation. Well, we pressed square to start, and well, I don't want to just talk about playthrough. Let me get on to what I think about the game. It's a good game. I like it. It's a good game, but it's also frustrating, man. Not, I don't want to say it's the bad kind of frustrating. My big problem is the balloons, man. The balloons are just so fucking annoying. Well, here's the thing. I can't stand still, but I think that was your intention. Otherwise, you won't have been making them moving, right? You won't be making them move all the time. And when I jump on them, they just keep moving out of the way, and before you know, I fall. I jump, I fall, jump, fall. It took me 2 minutes. I then restarted the game again, and when I got used to it, when I figured it out, I guess, then I was able to jump the first building, and I was like, all right, good. I've aced this. I hope I don't have to do this again, because it was annoying and frustrating to jump on those things. I don't know how we are going to fix that. I mean, I can suggest that you should just make the balloons not fly away from where I'm jumping to. I can tell that you've probably made it so that they follow me everywhere, because if I go anywhere other than, if I just move around, they follow me. But I can't jump. Even if I press X, keep jumping on it, up, down, up, down, I will always fall. There is no right way to jump on the balloons, and it's annoying. It's just I just recommend making it tighter, making the cluster tighter, so that I will always land on the balloon if I'm jumping on it, rather than falling off because of the weird camera angle. If I just stick to the wall and press X to jump, so that the puppet will just fall off. And I'm pretty sure it's also in parts due to the fact that if you, that motion controller thing, where if you move your controller, the head of the puppet moves. That's also annoying. I think it's possible to disable that in the game settings. Please, for a game like this where you have to be precise in where you're jumping on, disable that thing. I don't know how to disable it, but you could Google or search it out. I'm pretty sure somebody's made a tutorial on how to do it. And then I reached the end of the game, which I thought was the top of the tower, but it wasn't. Because, I mean, I've been jumping on buildings all this time, so why not jump on top this one and let the game end there? I thought it would, because I got there and I looked around. Nothing. The game didn't end there. Or maybe I was supposed to enter the building? But that's not the case, because I went into the building and it was empty. And yeah, I couldn't finish the game because there is no end game. The game didn't end when I got to the place that should look like the game end. Well, that's about as much as it goes for the cons of your game. The balloons, annoying. They keep falling apart. Make them stick together, and I think that's it. Also, there was yeah, that's it. That's it. um Let me tell you the things I did like about your game. One was the music. You know, it's surprising, but most people don't have good music for their games. And it sucks because they then use existing music from Sonic or Super Mario or their favorite game, which isn't bad because I know that making music isn't easy, but a bit of originality will get you far. I like your music, I've never heard it before, and I like the way it loops without getting annoying. It's not a short song that it's repeating itself over and over. It's long, and then when it loops, I hardly notice because I'm probably speedrunning the game at that point. Yeah, and then this balloons stuff, I don't want you to remove it. I want you to improve it because using balloons to move around and giving you a half control over the balloons, giving you that kind of gameplay is original. I've not seen anything like this, and it's good. I want you to improve on it. I like to see it improved upon, and I'll play it again, re-review it in the future. All right? It's a good game. You can do better. That's all I have to say. Although, let me tell you, I did replay the game to just beat my high score, my high score of 4 minutes, and I actually got to the building in 1 minute or 57 seconds or something like that. But still, as I said earlier, there is no end game, so what's the point, right? Yeah. But I wish the game ended and then I'd be able to just say, hey, I beat your game in 40 seconds. It's just once you get used to the balloons, then it becomes easier for you to play with them. But for a first timer, it's annoying. That's all I have to say. Good game. You can do better. On to the next one. The next game I played was Silva Slumber, and it is made by Dingo Dweller B, The Django 90, Ruroni Dan, and Mech Alchemist 42. Also, let me just read the story, just to sell that I have a place in voice acting. You play as Alwyn, the last hope of the world of men. Take him on a journey through the forgotten lands and the darkest depths of a cursed planet. Well, I have a lot to say, but wow. Just wow. There are a lot of games on Dreamiverse that I just hope that whosoever made them will consider making them a real game, like on PC or on PlayStation or just anywhere. If you develop them on any other game engine, make it a full game, put 5, 10, 20 bucks on it. I assure you that people will buy it. This is one of those games that have a lot of heart to it, and you can just see and feel the hard work that has gone into making this game. It's a very good game. It's a really good game, but not without its flaws. And that is what I want to point out first. Before I go into everything I like, let me just point out the things I didn't like. Just to, it's criticism. It's criticism. Now, here's one thing. The camera. I understand the camera is a stylistic choice. I don't have a problem with the camera being positioned the way it is because I could tell by the way the environment was framed, you made sure that no matter the angle, well, not no matter the angle, but there was always a way for the player. There was always an angle that the player could see the character he's controlling, you know. If you are blocked on this, just turn the camera around and you'll find the character all over again. It was good. At the beginning, it was easy. You fight a few monsters. The first thing that came to mind was Zelda. I've never played the Zelda game, but I've always watched some videos, and when I looked at this, I was like, this feels like Zelda, and I've never played Zelda. But I'm not. It's a good thing. Let's continue. I didn't have any problem with the camera until level 2, the desert area. Why? Because apparently I went off path for a long time and I didn't know. It's times like this that you either want a free camera or a map, a mini map, or an arrow to point you in the right direction if you are lost, because it's easy to get lost in some environments. Not all, some. Like this level 2. I missed the part where I'm supposed to get a weapon to crush a rock and, go forward with the plot. But I didn't know that power was there. I was just standing around at the other end where the rock is, trying to destroy the rock, because I was very sure that I had to blow up that rock, but I didn't know what to do. I ended up running around the map until I decided, okay, let me backtrack and see if I missed something. And only when I went back, I was like, oh, this thing was here. I got the thing. I broke the rock. I didn't know that the rock wasn't the only thing I missed. And then I was walking around again. I was like, what did I miss? I went back again. I went further back before I saw that there was another puzzle place that I was supposed to complete before I can go forward. I was like, oh my God, if only there was a mini-map, or if only there was a guide, a little arrow, something that would just tell me, say, hey, you're going the wrong way, go back, something like that. That's just for me. Maybe most people didn't make the same mistake I did, but for me, I got the mistake and I was just a little bit annoyed by it. A little bit. It's just for that level. Well, not just this one, there's another one, but we'll get to that. Another thing I didn't like, but I think I understand why you did it, was the bow and arrow. When I got the bow and arrow, I realized that it was using the magic stamina the stamina bar that I already use for dodging and healing, and now I'm going to use it for ammo. I was like, gosh, I wish this thing could fill up more faster or something, I wish if you defeated enemies, you made it so that they drop some kind of orb that will fill up your stamina bar. If you did it like that, it'd be far easier to continue playing the game, because sometimes while you're fighting, you then have to take a step back, wait for your stamina to regenerate up to a certain point, fill up your health, then continue using your bow and arrow. Of course, the bow and arrow is optional. You can use your sword, but let's be practical here. That bow and arrow is far more powerful than the first sword you get. But the thing is that you can't move around while firing the bow and arrow. I'm sure the reason why you did this is because if I could move around, that would basically make the game a bit too easy. But then if I can't move around, then at least make the time to shoot shorter. I was expecting to tap square and be firing arrow like a machine gun, but no, I had to hold it down, wait for it to shoot, hold it down, wait for it to shoot. And if I'm holding it down, then what's the point of staying in one place? If I'm holding it down, at least allow me to move around. If I'm not allowed to move around, then at least allow me to shoot it rapidly. You can't have both. If you do it like that, it just makes it harder to aim at an enemy. because it just doesn't work for me. I tried using the bow most times so I could get used to it, but I preferred using the sword. Maybe someone else liked using the sword, but for me, not really. Um, Now, enemies. There is one thing I don't like about enemies, and it's the health bar. Why is it that sometimes the health bar shows up, sometimes it doesn't? I know it's supposed to show up when you lock on to an enemy, but sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's your fault or it's the game's fault, because there's so much stuff going on that it just couldn't do it right. But as you can see, sometimes the health doesn't just show up right. And also, another thing is the boss. The boss's health is the most confusing thing ever. Why are they so different? Okay, I won't complain that they are different, right? It's good that they are different. It gives each one their own feel because they are all different bosses, right? Right. So why is it that for the skull boss, I could easily see the damage my sword is doing. I know that, oh, it's going to die, it's going to die soon, and yeah, it's good. But then for the abominable snowman, or the Yeti, I don't know which one. His health is just this blue ice thing. It's supposed to get smaller as I'm hitting him, but it just really slow. It was just so slow that I felt like I was barely doing any damage. The fight went on for far too long, in my opinion. I'm not saying the fight should be easy, but it went on for too long. I was hitting and then if I die, I have to start all over again because the health is so big, and it takes a long time to kill it. I just thought of it as Dark Souls, I was like, okay, let me just think of it as Dark Souls and get the boss away. But then, the last boss is even worse because you're doing damage. You're expecting the health to get smaller to give you that hope that, oh, okay, I'm about to kill it. The enemies are going to die, but no. Instead, what is it doing? Look at that health bar. I mean, oh man, come on. I can't tell. All I had to do was keep dodging, press square, dodge, press square, dodge, press square. And I was fighting and fighting for up to like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know, man. The boss battles go on for way too long. I think you should just reduce their health a tad bit, please. That's all I'm asking, man. Yeah, there was also another thing. Yeah, this is the last con because, well, let's see. I thought I was going to be smarter than the game. There's this thing that most games do, like God of War, Devil May Cry, where you have to defeat the enemies in order to move forward. And I thought, you know what? The way forward isn't blocked. So why not just dodge the enemies and keep going? So that's exactly what I did. I dodged the enemies, I kept on going, and I kept on going to infinity. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll defeat the enemy. I thought that the way forward is supposed to be somewhere here, but I guess I probably missed it or something. And then, after I defeated the enemy, I realized that the way forward was actually way behind me. And I was like, wow, I thought I was going to be smarter than the game, but the game outsmarted me. And I had to run back. And the camera and I got in an awkward position where I couldn't see my character. And it's just my own punishment, right? It's me. It's my fault for doing that. It's my fault for trying to cheat. So I won't say it's your flaw, but at least don't put the flaws there if I can't go forward, because the flaws deceive me, man. The flaws are telling me Yes, there's a way forward, especially since the floors go on forever and ever without me dying, not knowing that, I've already gone far and beyond where I'm supposed to go. But that's me, not you. That's me, not you. It's good, all right. It's good. Let me get on to the parts I like. Number one, combat. Combat has never been more fluid in any of the dreams I've played than this one. Although, to be fair, I've not played a lot of combat dreams, but this one takes the cake. The vibrations when you hit something, and the different weapons, the different skills, the combat system, everything about it, I love it. Except for the bow and arrow. I won't forgive that bow and arrow. But everything else, mwah, kudos. Kudos, right? Major thumbs up. The fact that you can just attack, dodge, put up your wall, and start your flame tower, I don't know, I've forgotten the names already, but just judging from what I'm showing you on screen, you should know what I'm talking about, right? I had so much fun playing the combat. It never got old because there was always something new. You always gave me new skills to just play around with, and it was good. You perfected your craft. Whosoever handled the combat system, you did great. Number two thing I love was the music. I loved the fact that the music in every stage is different. It gives each stage its own tune, its own atmosphere. It's never repeated. It's just there, somber, soft, to just get you along on your adventure. And wow, the music just blew my mind. And even when you were playing against bosses, the music ramps up, or when you're fighting, the music ramps up a bit. You then hear the little trumpets, and you're like, "Wow, man!" You go and you keep fighting, you fire. The combat and the music go well together. The atmosphere and the adventuring goes well together. Just good. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. The third thing I love, the environment. Most people won't get this, but there is a lot that goes to making your environment work for a particular camera angle. You have to always consider, what if the player is fighting and the camera goes into the wall? Or, you always have to make the space wide enough for you to see at the top, but the camera shouldn't be too far, or the player, or you won't be able to see the character you're using. And I don't know how to explain it, but regarding the environment and camera work, there was a lot that had to be in there, that had to be crafted to make it work, right? Then there's also the fact that it looks beautiful. That goes without saying. The ice levels, good, beautiful. The beginning level, the where there's grass and all that, that was breathtaking. I just imagined Zelda Breath of the Wild as soon as I started the game because of the environment, the character, and all that. Although I wish the cutscenes had voices rather than me reading them. But that's just a personal take. But hey, I never actually said. But for any of you dreamers, I would be happy to send you some voice clips to voice your bad guys. But now's not the time to advertise. But just consider it, okay? It's a good game. It's really good. It deserves the 1K likes. It deserves more likes. I wish for you to make this game in reality, like outside dreams, because you can't get as much people to play it as it should, because it's on dreams and you have to buy dreams to play it. But it's good. I want it to be on Steam. I would pay bucks to get this game on Steam, to get this game on PlayStation, to get it on Xbox, anywhere. I would pay for it, and I'm pretty sure more people will as soon as they hear about it, because I see that this game has been built by not just one person, but it's a collaboration between, I'm pretty sure they're all friends who have been waiting for an opportunity to do something like this, and they finally made their dream game, and it is good. And I wish you all of you, success, and I hope you make great games in the future, man. You guys did well. Really, really well. Outstanding move. That's all I have to say about your game, man. I think I spent up to 5 minutes just praising the game because it's that good. I want you all who are watching this video to go and play it. What else? Like and subscribe. I'm sorry the video is 20 minutes long because the game is just that long, and I'm so sorry for the rest. I'm making the videos, they are coming. Other games, they are coming. I'm sorry. This game should have been its own video, but it's good. It's alright. Like, subscribe, comment what you think, and I'll see you next time. Au revoir.